What is going on, guys? Welcome back to your Lake Fork Guide. Hey, I'm standing here at Lake Fork Marina, home of the Berkley Big Bass Tournament, which happens to be this weekend. So today I thought I might take you guys along on a little shopping spree, give you all the tournament tips on what Berkley baits that I would use if I was fishing the Berkley event this weekend. Every October, about the middle of October, they host the Berkley event here at Lake Fork Marina. Bass Champs puts it on. Now, Bass Champs, if you don't know, is like the most successful team tournament organization that has ever existed in the world of bass fishing. They're based right here in Texas, out of the DFW area. And man, if you've never fished a Bass Champs event and you like tournament fishing, you owe it to yourself to get to the Bass Champs event. The Berkley event's a very unique opportunity. It's a fall fishing tournament on Lake Fork. They host it right in the middle of October. It's usually the peak of the fall bite. This year's setting up no different. There's a cold front coming in right on time for the Berkley tournament. Should really kick the feeding patterns off for the fall feeding session out here at Lake Fork. Now, we're also here at Lake Fork Marina, which is, many of you guys know, my personal favorite marina on Lake Fork. It is a great tackle store, a great hotel, great restaurant, great boat ramps, just great facilities all the way around. But one thing they have that's a little different, they've got the biggest selection of Berkley you'll find just about anywhere you'll go on planet Earth. Let's take y'all inside. We're gonna go shopping. Let me show you what I would buy from Lake Fork Marina to use in this Berkley event. So as you can see, the collection of Berkley baits here at Lake Fork Marina is unbelievable. It's a huge selection of Berkley baits. Right here in the first corner is maybe the one that is the staple of all staples when it comes to Berkley baits. That's a power worm. You cannot go into a Berkley fishing tournament without having a power worm. For me personally, as a guy who fishes out here all the time, man, in the fall, just an old Texas rig 7-inch power worm works really well. The best color for me lately, green pumpkin. Man, there might be other colors that are working better, but this color is never going to go wrong. You're always going to be in good shape. You will get bites on a light Texas rig with a 7-inch power worm. You know, another staple bait, a traditional bait here at Lake Fork, is going to be a Cinco style bait. Berkley makes one called the General. It's very good. But we're fishing fall. Things are a little different. Let me show you guys a little unique color that I would go to in the fall out here on Lake Fork. This is going to be the Berkley General in the 6.5 inch. And I don't even know what this color is called. Skeet's Chartreuse Shad. But as you can see, it's a shad type color. A little bit bigger Cinco. Hey, I'm going to try to give me a little bit bigger bite. We're going to wacky rig this up on the docks. We're going to throw a weightless Texas rig and grass flats. It's going to get you some big bites, even though it's a finesse presentation. So the next bait that I'm going to reach for is going to be a finesse bait. It's been my finesse bait out here. Now, I've been using a little bit different brand than the Berkley. This is the Berkley Bottom Hopper. It's a lot like a Zoom trick worm, which I've been using a lot. You can wacky rig this or throw it on a shaky head. I've been throwing a 6-inch worm on a shaky head, throwing a Zoom worm on a wacky rig. Been catching them on both. The best color for me has been watermelon candy. That's going to be one I have to have. Hey, in this tournament, most of the money is going to be made on fish that are under the slot at Lake Fork. That right there will catch you some under the slot fish that'll cash you some checks. Now we're going to change it up a little bit. This is going to be another bait I'm going to rig on a Texas rig. But one thing we've been doing in my boat is throwing small jigs, small profile jigs in green pumpkin and brown type colors. Hey, there's not a Berkley jig I can buy here, or I would. If you have a Berkley jig, just put this on the back. This is a little 3-inch Crazy Legs Chigger Crawl. It's a small profile crawfish bait, and this time of year, those small profile jigs and crawl baits can be really effective on Lake Fork. It's a very unique deal. It's a very overlooked pattern out here on Lake Fork. Hey, you want to get some bites somebody else is getting? That's your bait right there. Hey, smaller square bills have been getting a lot of bites from me in my boat as well. Berkley makes one called the Pitbull 3.5. That's going to be a perfect size square bill. Now, right now, this is the only color available, but I have it on good report from the owner of Lake Fork Marina. There's more Berkley baits coming in this week. I would look for those in a shad pattern. Hey, another bait that's going to be really effective for all my live sonar guys. You guys that are using that new live sonar, that Garmin Live Scope, that Lowrance Active Target, if you're into that deal, they got one right here for you. It's called the Berkley Stunner. Little suspending jerk bait. See what color this is called. This is the color I would pick. This is Table Rock Shad in the Berkley Stunner. I would definitely have one of those tied on if you're a live sonar guy. Something else that's been effective on Lake Fork lately in the hard bait category is going to be lipless crankbaits, specifically smaller than normal lipless crankbaits. 1/4 ounce lipless crankbaits have been really good. And for me, the best color has been gold chrome. That's a War Pig Junior. That's a 1/4 ounce lipless crankbait you can use in this Berkley event that they make. Hey, that's the gold chrome color. That's the one I would be throwing. If I'm fishing shallow grass, especially if you're seeing schooling activity, which is happening every single day on Lake Fork right now, you get in the right grass flats, you'll see schooling activity. When you do, You'll catch a bunch of numbers, and you are virtually guaranteed to get you a 2 pound under if you get around an active school of fish with one of those in your hands. One last hard bait option is going to be the Chapo. Now that's basically a Whopper Plopper knockoff, but it's made by Berkley, so you can use it in this tournament. This is the Chapo 90. It's not the biggest one they make, it's actually the smaller one. Now this bait right here is going to catch a lot of fish early in the morning on random banks. Man, if you're fishing main lake, small pockets, you're fishing anywhere, you're seeing shad activity up shallow early in the morning on the main lake, that bait right there is going to catch you a lot of fish. Butch, I need everything you've got in every one of these. I don't want anybody else to have any of these.
Okay.
How much is that going to cost me?
$1,000.
$1,000 and I'm all in on everything you got.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who's getting a deal here, me or you.
Oh, it's going to be a good deal for you.
Yeah, I think so.
That's where we treat it good.
Thank you, sir. Well, guys, that's going to do it for our little shopping spree at Lake Fork Marina for the Berkley Big Bass event hosted by Bass Champs right here in legendary Lake Fork. You know, for 5 years, your Lake Fork guide been the #1 place for all media news and information revolving around Lake Fork, and we don't intend to stop that anytime soon. In fact, we're going to try to continue to make that better. I hope this gives some of you guys an idea. If you're coming out to Lake Fork Marina this weekend, to fish the event, hey, you find yourself last minute looking for some baits, go hit up Lake Fork Marina. They got the biggest selection you'll find. Hopefully some of these picks will help you guys catch some bass and maybe even cash some checks this weekend. How awesome would that be? But I want to give a real big thank you to Lake Fork Marina. They do such a good job of letting us host our seminars there. I guide out of there. You know, most of my trips go out of Lake Fork Marina. They just do an awesome job of hosting all the events. All the biggest tournaments on Lake Fork are held out of Lake Fork Marina with good reason, because of the type of people they are and the type of operation they're running there. It's second to none, just like Bass Champs. If you don't know about Bass Champs, I'm telling you guys, I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but I could not recommend a tournament trail any more than I would Bass Champs. They are a great, wonderful organization to take part in their events. So go check it out. Hope all you guys have fun. If you're not coming, maybe this will help you buy some Berkley baits anyway. Berkley, you can sponsor me if you want. Actually, you can't. I like 6 cents. I love 6 cents. But anyways, man, hey, we appreciate you guys watching as always. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time right here on your Lake Fork Guide. Hey, how about that drive home view, folks? Like, my life's pretty good. It's because of y'all. Thank you very much.